There it is. So let's see where we're from before. I hope everything's going well for you on your end.
Yes.
Okay, good. Let's see. So I'm going to move on to the next lesson, which is a little more
Mm-hmm.
abstract, mindfulness. So start at the grammar explanation point here.
Okay.
So gerunds, passive, being accused, seen as B2. So a a gerund is a verb ending in ing, which acts as a noun. A passive gerund is a verb ending in
ING.
yes, sorry, in ing used.
Do
Hmm?
it's okay. I understand. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So just continue. I suppose I could let you read from here.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Being accused of plagiarism is a honor code violation. Oh my God, I don't know
Oh, you don't.
anything. I
Which
don't
word?
understand anything.
Which word are you
Being
having a problem
accused
with?
with every word.
Okay,
Oh my
so
God.
accused. So being is just a different version of the word be. You're familiar with the word be, be.
Yeah, I
Okay.
understand it. Yeah.
Accused is when someone is claiming that you did something wrong. So if you
Okay.
steal something and I point at you and said you stole that, I am making an accusation that you did something wrong. So accused is always
Mm-hmm.
used when attacking the person. Or
Okay.
plagiarism is where you take somebody's written work and copy it. So I
Yes.
was in college for a bit. So if say I took somebody's if I took somebody's work and passed it off as my own as a homework assignment, I'm stealing. So it's academic theft where you take credit for someone else's writing. That's what that is. It's a
Mm-hmm.
very specific kind of theft.
Okay.
Okay, are you familiar with honor?
Yes, I know this word. Yes.
Yeah. And then a code is
The
just a
code.
codification, and a code basically the written system that the school has written. It's just a written code standardizing the rules.
Mm-hmm.
Violation means a breach of rules.
Okay.
Yeah,
Violation. Okay.
yeah. So a lot of
Okay.
vocabulary in one sense.
Yes.
But yeah, so I suppose plagiarism is something that would be more applicable to your daughter than probably you. Like, say if she took someone's homework and said it was hers, then the school would say she plagiarized, and then there'd be some sort of punishment for that. In college, I could get suspended for 5 years for plagiarizing. So one guy actually tried to pay me to do his homework for him, but I say we're in the same class. So if two pieces of work look similar, mine and yours, we both get suspended. And I turned his money down, which is why I was able to get my
Mm-hmm.
degree in the first place. So so things can get really bad if it's a very serious thing depending on where you are. So moving on, you can read the next one.
Mm-hmm. There is a chance of an innocent innocent person being convicted for a crime they didn't commit.
Okay, you understand the sentence?
Yes,
All right.
not all words, but
Well, it's
meaning
important.
of these sentences I understand.
It's important to catch. It's important. Well, if there's a word you don't understand, then it becomes a vocabulary lesson. Which word didn't you get?
Innocent,
Innocent. Okay,
innocent.
innocent.
Yes.
It means that what you're that you are not guilty of what you're being accused of. So if you go to
Okay.
court and you're being
Okay.
accused, yeah. All right. Okay, good.
Mhm.
This is a very important
Next
word.
one.
That's it. So Wait, so
Yes,
now you understand the sentence fully? There's no more confusion?
yes,
Okay,
yes.
can move on to the next one. You read the next one.
Okay. Having been accused of the crime, he had to hire a lawyer to defend him.
Okay, everything is clear on this sentence?
Yes.
Okay, and of course, the Garund, which is the actual focus of the lesson, they have it highlighted here, so you can see which one.
Mhm.
Yeah, okay.
Yes.
All right, being, being past participant. Moving on. So we look
Mm-hmm.
at common mistakes. Let's go read this one too.
Mm-hmm.
So you can see the difference between the correct sentence and the right sentence. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. It's common. It's a common enough mistake that it comes up here.
Mm-hmm.
Good. Culture shock. Right. I'm going to stick with what I'm just doing here. So I'm sticking to mindfulness. So
Mm-hmm.
continue. There's a vocabulary section. That's good.
Self care.
All right.
I have to read it.
Yeah, sure. Because then that's
Okay.
how
Self-care.
it helps you pick
Okay.
up on words you don't know.
Self-care. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Self-care is the act of caring for yourself to relieve stress and prevent illness. I went to a lecture about self-care and health a few months ago.
yeah. It's a
Mhm.
very popular word nowadays. So something like a
Yeah.
diet or usually, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
it's typical. Self care is typically health related. So
Mm-hmm.
diet, exercise, so forth. Next,
Uh, Anxiety. Is
acts.
it right pronunciation?
Hold on, you pronounced it
Anxiety?
strangely.
Anxiety.
Anxiety?
Anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah,
Okay.
there you go.
Anxiety. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Feeling very nervous or worried that something bad will happen. Anxiety.
yeah,
Anxiety.
yeah,
Taking a few mindful moments each day has really helped me reduce my anxiety.
yeah. The X is often pronounced like a Z, especially if it comes after, like, say, a consonant. Whereas, like, it sounds more like an X if it comes after a vowel. So, like, axe, AXE. So, you get what I mean, right?
An-
Now, it's talking about the letter
Anxiety.
X here.
eh,
You see in the word anxiety, you have an X, ANX. I'm saying, like,
Uh-huh.
the X is very similar to a Z in this context. But, I think I think we can just move.
Anxiety. Anxiety.
Anxiety. Yeah. The E.
Anxiety.
Yeah.
Anxiety.
Yeah,
Okay.
you got it right. We'll just move on. It'll come up naturally.
Mm-hmm.
Mindfulness.
Mindfulness. Concentrating on a present moment. To relieve my stress, I began practicing meditation and mild.
Hmm. Hold on a second. All right. What? How did you pronounce practicing a second ago? You said, could you read that sentence again?
Prac- Practicing.
Okay. Oh, okay. You got it. It's fine. I was at a finance. I wasn't hearing you properly. Moving on.
Mhm. Concept.
Okay, that's right.
Idea. Several people were working on a concept simultaneously.
Let me try.
Simul-
We break this down.
um,
Simultaneously. Simultaneously. So
simultaneously. Simultaneously.
yeah, there you go. So it just means at the same time. Yeah,
Simultaneously.
yeah,
Okay.
that's it. A concept does it. Concept is a very simple word. We just
Mhm.
move on.
Deal with. Take action in a situation. Joanna had to deal with her sister's problems last weekend.
Yeah, very common phrase.
Mhm.
Moving on. I guess now we have our vocabulary
Oh,
exercise.
okay.
Are you all right? Your camera keeps chipping in and out.
Mm-hmm. Is the
Don't forget, you can always scroll up if you don't remember the words.
yeah,
All right, not bad. So the only issue was the first one. It feels more
yeah,
like a silly mistake than any major error. It just kind of came to.
yeah. I just mixed this word. Yes.
Yeah, and it's fine.
Okay.
So I'm gonna move on to the next exercise. All right, so we're back to just listening to the conversation.
Mm-hmm.
How have you been? I can't believe I haven't seen you in so long. I've just been so busy I can barely take a breath.
I've been doing okay, actually. But it was a strange summer. I didn't know what to do with myself when I got furloughed.
I've been doing okay,
Oh,
actually.
yes, I'm
But it was
sorry
been
about
doing okay, actually. Know what to do with myself. How have you?
Oh, yes, I'm
How
sorry
have you
about
been?
that.
I can't
How have you
believe
been
I
doing?
haven't seen you in so
A
long.
lot better
I've just been
now.
so
I was
busy I can barely
devastated
take
at
a breath.
first, but
I've been
actually,
doing
it
okay,
turned out to be
actually. But it was a strange summer. I didn't know what to do with myself when I got furloughed. Oh, yes, I'm sorry about that. How have you been doing? A lot better now. I was devastated at first, but actually, it turned out to be a blessing in disguise. In what way? I feel like I hadn't seen how much I had been neglecting my self care. I started watching videos on mindfulness. Is that like meditation? I never understood how people can sit and think of nothing for an hour. It feels impossible. It's more about the concept. It's understanding how to take even just a few moments a day and focus on being present. Being present? Being in the moment, not think about stress or to-do lists. I was put off by meditation too. It seemed like hard work. However, taking a few mindful moments each day has really helped my anxiety. I even quit smoking. Wow. And years trying to quit. Yeah, I realized I was smoking to deal with stress and anxiety. I should have quit ages ago. Better late than never. Sometimes when I feel overwhelmed, I just bring my mind into the moment and focus on breathing. It helps so much. I should give it a try. How you described it sounds doable. I can find a few minutes a day.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you already. So now there's some questions based on it.
Mhm. What does it mean? Furloughed.
Ayak furloughed.
Fur-
It's pronounced furloughed.
fur-
I actually had
Yeah.
to just look it up. It's not a common word in Jamaica. Some English speaking words use some words more than others. You know what I mean? But furloughed just means granted a temporary leave of absence from a job.
Okay.
So in Jamaica, we
Okay.
would say you're on leave or you're on a
Ali.
sabbatical. Let me try this again.
Ah.
Hold on.
Okay.
I'm just gonna type the word. Like I said, there's
Mhm.
so many different cultures of English speakers that some words don't get used as often in some countries as others. So this is the first time
Mhm.
I'm hearing it too. When in here in
Mm.
Jamaica, when we don't say furloughed, we'd say on leave. You see it? I typed it.
Ali.
It's in the dialog
Okay. Yeah.
box.
Mhm.
You see it?
Yes.
Yeah, so you can be on leave with pay, on leave without pay, on maternity leave, on sabbatical, which is
Okay.
another form of leave. So
Okay.
yeah, we don't say furloughed. So
Only. Okay. Yeah.
yeah,
I understand.
yeah.
Health leave
Hmm?
in in Netherlands,
Yeah.
you can hear about a medical leave from job.
Oh, okay. Hmm.
Okay.
So moving right along. Yeah, excuse me a moment. Okay, sorry. Oh, I see. This.
Sorry. Yeah. Only four questions,
Yes, I would say.
I think.
Oh, I see. You're supposed to select two answers, and you only selected one.
Ah, to answer. Yes. Okay.
Okay, you completed the exercise.
Mhm.
Need to go. Let's see if you had gotten anything. What? Let's figure out to go back. All right. Select two answers. Why did Joanna say she was smoking? Right.
Uh-huh.
You must have inferred she hated her job. I didn't remember hearing her say she did. Her stress and
Yes.
anxiety, yeah. I suppose you can be stressed without hating your job. It's just a lot to do in a given moment. But
Mm.
yeah, generally. So moving right along, since there's here one, just double checking every answer. Oh, there it is.
Yeah.
What's what did Jen say she had neglected? Self care. Watching minutes. This feels more like you weren't listening in closely enough.
Ne-
But I can see how things are.
Neglected. I didn't understand this word. Neglected. What does it mean?
Neglect means that it's something you're supposed to pay attention to, but you
Oh,
ignored it. So
okay.
if you have a pet and you didn't feed him, that's neglect. You've neglected the pet because you were supposed to feed him. So it's
Okay. Neglect.
yeah. All right.
Mhm.
And that's why looking these things over is important. Let's
Mhm.
hear. I can keep going. Maybe that was the issue. Let's see.
No. Not so.
Yeah, we already talked about that, so you can move
Yeah.
on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess here you just read a text and fill in the blanks.
Mm-hmm. Mindfulness is not a newly invented concept. For thousands of years, humans have observed the power of the mind and meditations. Meditation.
Hmm? Ah,
Continue.
yeah, just continue.
However, in today's modern and busy society, an- anxiety and stress are common. It can be difficult to remember that our brains need time to power down as much as our computers.
Hmm. Oh, but anxiety still sounded strange.
Mhm.
The word is
Mindfulness,
Yeah, okay, fine. Finish, and I will get to back to it.
okay. Mindfulness is about taking time out for some self-care of the mind. It's an effective way of dealing with difficult emotions and stressful situations.
Hmm.
Next. Okay.
It's just to click the option.
I have to go.
Yeah, this is an activity right now. But before we go, I was
Okay.
saying anxiety still seems to be a problem. It's like anxiety, not anxiety. You know what I
Um,
mean? So you're pronouncing
uh-huh.
the I and then the E. And they're not fusing them. Anxiety.
Okay.
Yeah. That-
Anxiety.
yeah, that's right.
Anxiety.
Mm,
Mhm.
yeah.
Anxiety.
Yeah. All right.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So let's go through this one. Mindfulness can help
Mm-hmm.
you deal with emotions that are difficult. So I guess the key is the word here is deal with, which of course we already looked at as working through
Mm-hmm.
a hard situation. Deal with is only
Mm-hmm.
used when the situation is difficult.
Yeah.
Uh, Dependable, designer. Okay, I can see a little confusion there. Let's see, next one. Self care, that was just correct from the jump. Moving on. Let's see. Yep, that's fine. Hmm. Okay, that's fine.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just going to continue on then. A good exercise. Moving on. Mindfulness. Practice, speak aloud and practice your pronunciation.
Mm-hmm.
Hi, you seem a lot calmer than you usually do.
Uh,
I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety.
I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety.
Right?
What's your secret? What have you done?
I have
I read
to
an
Oh,
type.
article
wait,
about
wait, stop, stop,
mindfulness.
stop. I see what's happening here. So basically, you would read that part and then you would play over the recording
Mm,
and see how your pronunciation matches.
translation.
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm.
So you just,
I real realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety.
yeah, and then you play it.
I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety.
What's your secret?
Again,
What have you
I realized
Huh? In other words, you would play. In other words,
I
you,
have
so do you hear the difference between this pronunciation and yours? It's that anxiety thing again. It has,
anxiety. Okay.
yeah.
I
It's like,
have to. Okay. Again,
I mean, I
understand.
guess they'll give you an activity in the end. So how about we let's just
Okay.
read it through to the end and we'll just pick up the problems as we go. So then that way we don't just
Mm-hmm.
circle forever on this activity. All right. So you could start from the top and just go down and let it play out. See here.
Hi. You seem a lot calmer than you usually do.
I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety.
What's your secret? What have you
Again,
done?
Hold
I
on.
read an
Oh,
article about
when I
mindfulness.
play
What's
it,
your secret?
I read an article
when
about
I play it, you don't hear me, or is it you have to play it? When I click to play it, are you hearing it play, or is that you have to?
no,
Oh, I
no,
see. I thought you were hearing it. So I guess you have to
no.
click the play button so you can hear it to the end, and then the activity will start. So just click the one at the top, and then it'll
Okay.
just play automatically.
Okay.
All right.
Skip. I have to skip.
Skip. What do you mean by skip?
Yeah.
what's your secret? What have you done?
And I see click. Just click to
I
play.
read an article about mindfulness. What?
Okay. What's come? Could you click play at the one at the very top? Because if you do that, it'll play to the end and automatically play the rest.
Okay.
Hi, you seem a lot calmer than you usually do. I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety. What's your secret? What have you done? How
Oh,
has that helped you?
that's strange. It plays automatically
Yeah.
for me. So I guess you just have to click play for each one going down so that you can hear the pronunciation because this is a pronunciation exercise.
Mm-hmm.
But I just wanted
Yes.
you to play all the video, all the sound bites going down. You know what I mean?
I learned about the concept of self care.
I have to tap to speak
Yeah.
again.
No,
Okay. I
just
learned about the concept of self-care.
okay. Don't, I'm saying don't bother pronouncing each one at a time. Just click to play each one, and then the activity can the activity can start because it's they're giving you an activity after this. I just
So, what
wanted
are
to,
you doing that's working?
yeah,
Okay, I understand. Yeah.
yeah.
Hi. You seem a lot calmer than you usually do.
I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety.
I can't What's sit your still secret? For that. What have you done? Moments a day.
I read
You
an
say.
article about mindfulness.
How has that helped you?
I learned about the concept of self care.
So what are you doing that's working?
I take a few moments a day and focus on being present.
Okay.
Like meditation. I can't Hi. Sit still for that. You seem a lot calmer a few than moments you usually a day, do. You say.
I realized I had to learn to deal with my anxiety. Yoga.
What's your secret? What have you done?
I read an article about mindfulness.
How has that helped you?
I learned about the concept of self care.
So what are you doing that's working?
I take a few moments a day and focus on being present.
Like meditation. I can't sit still for that. A few moments a day, you say.
Yes, and I also started practicing yoga.
Yeah.
Okay. Hold on a second. Okay, so let's see the activity. Oh, I see. This was the exercise in and of itself. So, so far, I don't see you having a problem pronouncing any of these words except for anxiety.
Anxiety.
Yeah, it's like when you think about it, you can do it, but when you're just reading, you slip into the mispronunciation. But that's just practice. Of course, you can pronounce meditation, right? So it shouldn't be an issue. Fine. You can just move on. All right, so we're at this thing where we discuss questions with the student, as usual. All right, I guess you could read this and then I'll cut in with the discussion once we start.
Mhm. I have to read.
Yeah, sure.
Mhm. In your opinion, is life more stressful these days than 15 years ago?
50. It sounded like you said 15.
Yes.
Yeah.
Just a second.
Hmm.
Um, I think yes. Uh, uh, of course, I don't know uh, how was the life 50 years ago, but
A strange question.
uh, yes, but how our parents told us it's when you thinking about your future, you always think that it will be better than what you live now. But nowadays it's showing us that it's not true because new technology and new opportunities uh, we can have better life,
Hmm.
I think. But now mm, uh, I'm thinking about war now in Earth never ended, and a lot of um, people die, and it's not good. Uh, I think 50 years ago, war is exist too was exist, but
Yeah.
you thinking that nowadays it can't be like in this way, like not guilty people can just die. You live your life, you even didn't do anything bad to anyone, and you have to die like political way. I
Hmm.
don't know. It's my opinion. I don't. Maybe I'm wrong.
Yeah. Yeah, these things are complicated. I'm too young to remember 50
Mm-hmm.
years ago. I know, maybe
Mm-hmm.
just this, maybe the stress is different because now we've moved from farming to the internet. 50 years is that long,
Yeah.
so, you know. I think the second question makes more sense. Like, how do you deal with
Mm-hmm.
or prevent stress and anxiety in your life?
Exactly. Uh, how can I deal with? Uh, how can I do? Some way I deal with stress. Uh, uh, Having lesson uh, with you, or I go to my daughter's school. We
Mm.
have some conversation club there. We can talk about everything, and it some way helped me to deal with my stress and anxiety.
Yeah, the
Anxiety,
anxiety. Eh. I think
anxiety. Oh my God, yes,
I think that's what.
anxiety.
Yeah, you almost study. But in any case, let me see. Yeah, right now I have my own issues behind the scenes, just trying to deal with the family business and so forth. So I drive back and forth to the countryside where we have a factory and we're trying to fix it to get approved by the government and so forth. So that's its own
Hmm.
thing. But yeah, it's it, but I just try to keep it together essentially. But let me see.
Mhm.
It's nice to have stuff like this. This question reminds me of when you said your daughter was sick and you had to like really organize things out. Remember that? That was like the last lesson.
Yes.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. I reckon a lot of that applies to this second question here. There
Hmm.
might be a second set of things to discuss. Here it is. Taking care of your health. It's important to take care of your health if you have a busy and stressful life. So like what self-care routines do you practice to stay healthy? That's the
Mhm.
first question. Do you do stuff specifically to stay healthy? Yeah.
So stay healthy. I just uh, live healthy life. Like I didn't use alcohol, or didn't I don't smoke. I have some everyday pills of vitamin D.
So dietary
Uh,
stuff, exercise.
what? What?
So diet, you try to have a healthy diet. That's what it's sounding like.
Yes, healthy diet. Yes,
Though
healthy
isn't the
diet.
alcohol thing more because you're a Muslim?
No,
Oh,
no. I told you that uh, in our country it's not like strongly
fundamentalist.
rule. Yes, not this strong way. Like
Oh,
if you want, you can do it. We
oh, okay,
in our country, in all stores, you can buy alcohol, and it's okay. Even no, we have just age limit to
okay,
buy it,
yeah,
but it's normal.
okay,
So not like for the religion, but it's my own opinion. I don't like uh, to drink alcohol, and even I don't like people who drink it. Not everyone is. It's like uh, every person have to know his
oh,
behavior when you drink it, and you know that you can stand what you drink.
yeah,
But some people can't. Uh, how to say? Uh, can't deal with
yeah,
himself when he drink it. I don't like this behavior.
yeah,
But
okay,
I can in on holidays or in parties I can drink wine. It's okay for me. Yeah. Like not critical.
yeah. Does that mean you also eat pork?
No,
Oh, okay,
this one, yes, in our religion, yes, we can't eat it. But what can I say you? Uh, we have some sausage,
okay,
which is included pork, and we eat it like if you didn't know, if you didn't read including of this sausage,
Yeah.
you eat it. Yes,
Okay.
even your religion didn't allow you to eat pork.
Okay. All right.
But when I was in Georgia,
Mm.
we just walking from and it was some special places where they cooked döner and something lahmacun street food.
Yeah.
Uh, it smells like very bad. And I asked that what is they cooking, and it was pork.
Okay.
Uh, I didn't like the smell. Even I didn't know what is it, but I didn't like the
Okay.
smell.
Yeah. I don't mean to get off topic, but since I ended up bringing up Islam, is it that they allow you to have a second wife in Azerbaijan? Since I remember that was in the
No,
Quran, it's like, okay, okay. Uh,
no.
oh, that's
Yeah,
illegal.
but our friends maybe they always they have this idea in their mind that it's possible, but no one in my country like um, how to say uh, in
I
how
think the
can I
word.
say it?
What are you trying to describe?
Everybody like in law they can have just one wife,
Oh,
but yes, but maybe someone has like wife and lover. I don't know if
okay.
they're guilty.
So they couldn't get a marriage license for up to four wives or anything like that.
Yes, maybe, yeah.
Okay. That's just a side point. We should get to the second question. Oh yeah, I forgot. Before I forget, do you
Mhm.
exercise as well, like jog, ride bikes? I heard Denmark is known for biking. I don't know. Because remember, part of the self-care routine, do you also exercise as well as eat well? Do you ride a bike or jog in the park?
Yeah, yes,
I mean, in the
yeah,
park with the kids or whatever.
yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So I guess we can move on to question two. How would you advise someone
Mm-hmm.
struggling with stress to stay healthy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Uh, it's very good question because year ago when we just moved here, my husband uh, get stressed and he was very uh, he can he we just moved and my daughter and I quickly adapted to new country to new
Yeah.
life, but my husband, even it was his idea,
Yeah.
and it was his opportunity at work,
Yeah.
even these reasons, but he can't adapt it. It was very stressful period to him.
He got sick?
uh, yes, even he get medical leave,
Okay.
and it was like I don't know, even in this situation I always told him to listen to meditations,
Mm.
to go to sport, or to have a sport, or how can I say,
He had to go
to
to
do sport.
exercise?
Yes, to do exercises. Yes, to walk a lot, not thinking about the problems, not thinking about the future, just relax, and to put life like river
Mm.
to go.
Like, you mean like using you guys boat you guys go on boats on the river?
No, 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 no. In this way, like iconic, like
Kayak?
put yourself like no, your mind, not thinking about what it will happen. Uh, is it right way that we decided to come here? Just not thinking about it, and just live your life, and it will be like in that way. In that way, it will be. if you understand what.
Okay, so I guess the idea is to try and relax more and be in the moment. That's
Yes,
it.
be in the moment. Yes.
Okay, you didn't mean a literal river. All right, but
Hmm.
is that like a phrase in Azerbaijan or something? Like a saying? I don't know. You said something
What?
about a river. What were was that like a when you use the word river, you meant like be relaxed like in a river or something? I don't know.
Yes, like that. Like to we have some idiom
Yeah,
in Azerbaijan,
yeah.
like to uh, like put yourself to the river and it will do what it have to do. I don't know
Okay.
how to say it.
So like flow with the river.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, that's I'm not sure we have an exact saying like that, but they might say let the stress flow out of you like a river or something. It's by relaxing.
Mm.
So it's almost like you're the mountain and the stress itself is the water flowing out of you like a river. That's something like that. But yeah,
Mm-hmm.
something to that effect. Yeah. Also, but by the way, as a side point, I've actually been recording these lessons, but I have them
Mm-hmm.
saved because I felt it was okay. I felt I should ask. I'd been meaning to post these videos on YouTube. I haven't done it yet. The idea is that they'd see how I'm teaching and more students would come to me. But is that something you would want, or I don't know?
Oh, I don't know if it's possible not to how to say use my video. It will be great, but if it's help to you, of course I am in.
Okay, thanks. Let's see. So I figured I'd wait it out a while because I haven't posted anything yet. I just have them piling up in my
Mm-hmm.
storage. I see other teachers like me doing the same thing. So yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's so thanks for that. Well, let me see. I'm going to click continue and see what happens. Oh, there
Okay.
was one more. It's hard to tell how many of these we have. Let me see. This is probably the last one. Good stress and making
Mm-hmm.
decisions. Even if your life is busy with positive things, it can still be stressful. What do you consider to be good stress in your life? Hmm, strange term, but I guess if you're stressed but still happy because you're doing something you want to do.
Yes, I know. Sometimes good stress is like we have uh, maybe waiting. You are stressful, but it's happy in your life. Happy, good stress in your
So
life.
like your wedding then, you mean?
Wedding or birthday of your daughter, uh, because it's you have to do a lot. You have to deal with a lot of things, but in some way, it's a good stress.
Yeah, okay. I see what you mean. Now, the next question, how easy is it for you to make important decisions in stressful situations?
Hmm. For me, uh, I think that I'm a very strong person
Yeah.
and I can mm, make important decisions even in stressful situations. And in my CV, I always add that I am very stress. I can manage with stressful situations.
Okay. Well, seems to be going well so far. Hmm.
Hmm.
Uh, the good stress I can kind of relate to. Let's see. Yesterday I was at the factory, but the night before
Hmm.
I stayed up a bit to cook for her to make sure she ate because when she goes to the factory, she forgets to bring food. So if she's gone from like 8, she'd come back with my brother at like 6 in the evening. So it's like not eating the whole day for like 4 days. So it was my turn to
Oh.
go. It's like, no, mom needs to eat. I made some egg fried rice and brought that down. She's in her 60s, so like she keeps asking to help me carry heavy things like tables and and help me move the freezers. I know, mom, to stop lifting all these heavy things. You're getting old. I'll do it myself. That was a good feeling. So basically, all she did was sweep, which I think was for the best because she wasn't looking right when she got home. Like that glazed look kind of, yeah. So
Mm,
that fixed it. And then, is it easy for me to make?
good.
Yeah. Is it easy for me to make?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. You were gonna say something.
No, no, no.
Okay,
I
good.
just
All right.
uh,
So I
sit
get
at your.
question two now. All right. I have to admit, it's not the easiest thing for me to make important decisions in stressful situations because I hadn't been through a lot of stressful decisions since recently on account of the business. Yesterday was the first time
Mm-hmm,
it's something that gets easier with practice, like everything else.
mm-hmm,
So I know, and I'm still
mm-hmm,
working that out. When this class is over, I'll be dealing with some other situation. So we'll see. This class helps
mm-hmm,
a bit because it takes me out of that situation for at least an hour, which is nice.
mm-hmm.
So we'll see how that
Yeah.
works out. Uh, let's see. Trying to. I feel like that covers the question. Let's see what's anything else here. Oh, the exercise is complete.
Mm-hmm,
And there's really only a handful of minutes left in this lesson. If we started a new lesson, it would take another hour. So,
mm-hmm.
I know. I reckon you do feel like you've learned quite a bit from this lesson. I usually do a little feedback thing like this. See if,
Yes. I
yeah,
learned today a lot of vocabulary.
yeah.
This lesson
Yeah, okay,
is,
cool. Thanks.
yeah, good.
Yeah.
Thank you. I
All right.
like it.
All right. Yeah, that explains the review. which
Mm-hmm,
has which has been proving helpful because this is Preply has a system where it rates you based on reviews. The system itself will push you up so more people can see you with every good review or something. So
mm-hmm,
that helps. That's why I always time out my
mm-hmm,
review requests to within like about 4 lessons in when something has happened.
mm-hmm.
So yeah, I'm glad. I think you've been a good student. Which reminds me, you find it easier to talk to your friends in English nowadays? On a conversation.
Um, somewhere, yes. Yes, when it's very important to use language, and when you use it with a person who can uh, can listen you, can teach you, and even if you have some mistakes, uh, you just feel yourself very confidently
Hmm.
with that person, and not stop, just speak, and you understand me what,
Yeah,
what I
yeah,
want to say. Even uh, I even I know that I have a lot of mistakes when I speak. Okay, but uh, I just speak, and I think it's a good way to learn.
okay. Yeah, so I suppose now we have to tie things up. So I'm glad we had this lesson, and hopefully I'll see you next time. Right?
Yes,
All right. So
I will subscribe new lessons. Yes.
all right. So I'll see you
Mhm.
next time. You have a good day now.
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Yeah, see you,
Yeah. See you.
and good luck in your new job. I can
Yeah.
factory.
Yeah.
Yeah,
All right.
good
Yeah.
luck.
Yeah. Yeah. Goodbye. Nice me seeing you.
Okay, bye bye.
Yeah.
Bye.
Very good. We'll see how that plays out. Yeah. Okay, I'm golden.